something I was wearing. The guilt was definitely there, but it was mixed with this feeling of finally being appreciated and valued by someone who saw me as more than just a paycheck and a problem solver. Nathan made me feel like an interesting, attractive woman instead of just a stressed-out wife who was holding everything together while her husband fell apart. Sam was completely oblivious to all of this because he was still so self-absorbed with his own problems that he wasn't paying attention to anything else that was happening in my life. I could have told him I was having daily conversations with another man, and he probably would have just nodded and asked if I thought he should apply for some job he'd found online. Everything started unraveling when Sam finally got suspicious about my phone habits and the amount of time I was spending at church events. I had gotten careless about hiding my text conversations with Nathan, and I was always smiling at my phone or stepping into the other room to take calls, which was pretty different from my usual behavior. Sam started asking questions about who I was texting so much and why I seemed so much happier when I was on my phone than when I was actually spending time with him. At first, I just brushed him off and said it was work stuff or friends from church, but he kept pushing and eventually started getting really paranoid about it. The ironic part was that Sam was finally starting to pay attention to me and notice changes in my behavior, but only because he was worried I was cheating on him, not because he actually cared about reconnecting with me or improving our relationship. I got really defensive when he started questioning me because, honestly, I felt like he had no right to be suspicious when he'd been emotionally absent from our marriage for months. When Sam directly asked me if I was having an affair, I got really angry and told him he was being paranoid and insecure, which technically wasn't a lie since Nathan and I hadn't done anything physical, but I knew I was being manipulative by making Sam feel like his concerns were unreasonable when they were actually pretty valid based on how much emotional energy I was putting into my relationship with Nathan instead of my marriage. Sam started going through my phone when I was in the shower or asleep, and eventually, he found some of the text conversations with Nathan that were pretty obviously inappropriate, even though they weren't explicitly romantic or sexual. When Sam confronted me with the evidence, I tried to minimize it and say that Nathan was just a friend and that Sam was reading too much into innocent conversations. But Sam wasn't stupid, and he could see that the level of emotional intimacy I was sharing with Nathan was way beyond normal friendship, especially since I wasn't sharing that same level of openness and connection with my